asked me if I kept my ticket stub from that game, and I said no, I never had a ticket.
Like Devils Flames game delayed almost 2 hours.
We're sitting at home eating dinner, and the announcer says,
"Yes, this is it. That's the crowd."
our eyes just met. We have to go see this.
This looks like that night, too. Nobody here.
Looked just like this, man.
I must have been nuts. I could have gotten stranded.
It was surreal.
Whether it's your first game or you've been to 100 games, I don't think you could go to a game and get that experience.
You just see in their eyes and their emotion and talking about the game, how excited they were to be part of that. And I still, to this day, say I was in attendance that night. That's how long I go back.
Well, actually, we were here just in time, around 7 o'clock. The traffic just unbearable around the Meadowlands arena. But at the time we arrived, Stan, there were only 13 Devils here. There are still several on the road. The doctor was not in attendance. The national anthem singer was not here. Some of the vital people.
I didn't know you had this kind of footage.
The smallest crowd in NHL history. He says, whatever you see tonight.
I didn't really have an idea that it would be that bad because I really didn't care. And the reason why I didn't care is that I loved snow. So what's to worry about? And there was plenty to worry about as it happened, because now I'm seeing this is not the snow that I dreamt about. This is tough stuff.
I figured the weather was so bad that day, there was no way we were going to go to the game. So we just said, well, we'll just stay home and listen to it on the radio.
Well, I had looked forward to that day for a couple of weeks because my father and I were flying out to California for the Giants-Denver Super Bowl. Well, we went to leave for Newark Airport around 11. We got halfway through Kearney and it was on.
Well, I'm always up for an adventure, so I wasn't going to let the little storm bother me, but Ed had gotten home from dinner and done a lot of snow shoveling.
I figured this game was called and that there was going to be no hockey game that night, never mind my first hockey game. You didn't even call.
No, I didn't call.
You didn't call. I just got a nod. There was just a knock at the front door. Who could be crazy enough to be coming here at this time of the day?
Yeah.
And it's open the door and it's you, and it's like, Ed, you ready? Let's go.
I was what they called a gold circle member, so I had access to the Winners Club.
Okay, door is closed.
I may have been the only patron.
Table for one?
And I was actually surprised the place was even open. And I went down and had myself a steak dinner.
And then we got to Newark Airport. All of a sudden, there was no more planes coming overhead. So we knew we were in trouble. Got home about 5 o'clock that night, and the news came on.
Like Devils Flames game delayed almost 2 hours.
The game was still on. Went outside, and I looked at River Road, and I said, you know, I'm going to give this a shot.
Walking into that arena was like going to a morning practice of a Devils game before anybody else was there.
I thought we were waiting for referees. I had assumed that the players were all here, but I was wrong.
Well, let's set the record straight, okay? When I got here, there were 4 Devils, okay?
I believe we left just after 3 o'clock, knowing there's bad weather. We didn't know the ramifications. We were young kids. We didn't know how.
The last car to get here consisted of 4 Devils players.
It was really 5. It was myself, Kirk Muller, Johnny McLean, Pat Verbeek, and Joey Surreal.
Hi, I'm Joe Surreal.
We were panicking a little bit and going, they're going to be wondering where we are. How come we're not here? I can't believe so many guys were already there, how they managed.
I actually parked my car here at the Sheraton Hotel. It's as far as I got that night.
Peter McNabb walked through snowdrifts for 2 miles just to get here, so he got his warm-up in.
I drove up the off-ramp and I backed up all the way to the Meadowlands.
This has got to be something from a Keystone comedy reel, because I can't imagine how he ever did that.
It further reinforced my theory that there was absolutely not going to be a game because there was nobody in the parking lot.
I don't particularly remember how we were spinning this thing for TV.
Several calls were put into the NHL Vice President Brian O'Neill, and I'm told that O'Neill said once the visiting team is in the vicinity of the arena, the game is going to be played, even if there's only one person in the stands.
I remember they were talking about players hiding.
New strategy.
Doug Carpenter could be a little bit sneaky, so he was probably hiding guys in corners and crevices to make sure. He said, we only got 7 guys, we can't play yet.
There had to be 14 Devils minimum dressed before the game could start,
Okay, and there were only 13.
And he didn't want to play with 13 guys. I understand that, and we had a small dressing room. This would be the area they hit. I don't remember exactly, but I'm positive it was here.
We tuned in when the game should have started, and there was no game. And we thought, are we on the right station? And we're trying to tune the radio in to get it just right. So we just forgot about it, and we said, we'll tune in later.
But somehow, some way, we were all pitching in, yelling at each other, no, let's go left, let's go right, let's go through this town. And we took all these back roads and side roads, and about 5.5 hours later, made it.
Right now, Calgary skating on the ice, and let's set up tonight's game. First of all, for the
I remember everybody yelling, hurry up, and the staff saying, come on, get dressed, get ready, get out there, we're going. We got to get a game going.
I'm told he's going to be playing, and he could be an asset.
Not even sure if they made an announcement whether the game was going to start or not, but it came up and the game did start.
A 2-hour delay because of the vicious snowstorm that has hit the New York, New Jersey area.
So we tune in later and the game's on. And I'm sitting in the room and my brother's sitting across from me and my mom and dad are there. And we looked at each other and I looked at him and he looked at me and I'm like, oh, we gotta go see this. We have to go. This is like unique opportunity. So we said, we're going. We got in here, it was already the second period.
I didn't have any seat in the house.
It was surreal.
No concessions to serve.
You'd have one fan there, two there, and a couple even sat up top.
Ed was able to get a full perspective of the game from anywhere in the arena.
Considerates sitting on the top of their seats, blocking the view of those behind.
It was almost like the sounds were echoing.
You could definitely hear the hitting.
Passes hitting sticks.
You can hear the skates on the ice. I mean, you know, for a first game experience, I don't think it could get any better for me.
This is fun. I mean, this is almost like doing it in the basement, right? Scoring summary.
At one point, I was up against the glass, maybe like 3-4 rows back from the glass, and there was some offsides play, something stupid.
And it is an offside.
I was like, oh, there's no way that was offsides. And the ref literally turns his head, looks at me, and goes, yeah, it was. You know, like, it was offsides. And I'm like, this is great. Every heckling fan's dream. You know, you could yell at the refs, and they can hear you.
Sometimes that's fun. It brings you back to your days as a kid, and there's nobody watching. And you can just go out and play the game you love and have a good time. And we had a good time. We scored 7 goals, so that was a lot of fun.
Skims it along the boards, right in front for Beek. Scores! Richmond from the point. Score!
It was a lot of fun. Everybody was in the right spirit and frame of mind. You know, we're here seeing something so unusual, and this is crazy.
Of course, I went out and had, the best night of my career, and no one was there to witness it.
Good night for the team, and the fans all got shirts.
I guess one of the Devils people had that thought that this should be recorded.
These yellow legal pads started to get passed around.
I wonder how many people there were, actually. You know, it didn't look like 300 people.
It seemed like about 10 because this building is so massive and holds over 19,000 people.
I'm pretty sure it was 334 or really close to that.
No, there were way less than 334 people.
It was at least 333.
I swear to you, there was a guy right before he handed me the thing. He put down like 4 or 5 names.
I'm guilty of that.
I just signed my name, that was it.
If they use the legal pads as the basis for the population of the audience, of the crowd, there's no way there were 334 people. But that's the number they used, and that's the way the game got dubbed, so forever it'll be the 334 game. A few weeks later, a letter came in the mail, one for me, one for my brother. They said, well, there were 334 people that night, and you were part of a unique experience, and they sent us these pins.
I thought that was really cool, that they created this unique club that only 334 of us were members of.
We are members of a unique club that won't be duplicated.
Somebody to think that up, terrific idea. Kind of like the start of something they could call their own.
And the 20th anniversary, they invited all the members of the 334 Club back.
I think almost every single one of them showed up.
I brought my son. He kind of lives it vicariously through me. And unfortunately, my brother Glenn passed away a few years back. It was a unique memory that we shared. It was something that we had together as brothers. We were here.
It was unique, it was different, but those fans to this day are very special.
Dear Devils fan,
We've always known our fans are a special breed.
And on the night of January 22nd, you proved just how special.
You and 333 others
braved and battered 15 inches of snow,
And then cheered the Devils on to a 7-5 victory over the Calgary Flames.
You are hereby inducted
And given lifetime membership to a club that cannot grow.
the 334 Club.
the Devils organization.
Thanks you for your loyal support.
Which on the night of January 22nd
Was certainly above and beyond the call of duty.
Hockey fans, just like hockey players, are a unique breed. They're inimitable. Every game in a hockey fan's mind is epic. You got to be there. That's the way it was for these fans who showed. I got to be there. It's a hockey game. What else am I going to do? Go.